Oops, sorry. Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And tonight, you're at our Strength and Swings class. Thank you for joining us. We'll have our kettlebells off to the side as we get warmed up with Ian, and then we'll progress into some bottoms up and lunges today, and then we have a simple, not easy, get up and swing complex coming your way. So stay tuned.
Red, green like Christmas, or red, green, full of duct tape. Let's get those diaphragms unstuck and start to breathe. First, breathe into the belly, expanding, making room. That's an in through the nose, and also out through the nose, pulling the belly button in back to the spine. Repeat again, make room, breath in, belly full. And then a slow exhale, drawing that belly button into the spine. Now repeat that same effort in the chest. So take a breath in through the nose, fill the rib cage and exhale. And one more time, feel that action filling the ribs or the lungs. And exhale. Return to the belly, take a breath in. Let's hold full for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. And hold empty for 4. Then breathe into the chest, full for 4 seconds. Hold full for 4. Exhale. And hold empty. Now with that belly button drawn in, let's breathe from behind that or to increase the pressure in the core. And exhale. Now pull the belly button in, flex your abs like a brace, and continue to breathe for 10. Test yourself. Test that shield, and could you maintain the breathing or the talking or singing from behind that shield, and then shake it out and wiggle away. At the head and neck, let's look up to the ceiling in extension, and then out to the left, down the wall, chin towards clavicle, return to center. Look up, rotate other direction, down the wall, chin towards center, and tall. And reverse that direction as we flex the neck first. Then look to the side, up a wall, up in center, down through center, chin tucks towards sternum, and then the clavicle, looking out the wall, and up to center, return the crown head high. And I like changing my stance here. I like hands across the ribs as well, and we'll shadow the same actions at the head through the rib cage. First, it was a little extension, so a little bit of that sternum to the ceiling, and then rotate to a corner. From here, flex and round, pulling to center. Now pull the sternum down, lift the ribs up, and in that extension pose, next, the rotation. The side bend, the rib roll to center, ribs down to extend. Then flex the spine, sternum towards hips, and then rotate. Lift up and over the back towards center, and then reconnect that sternum to the hips, flexing. Rotate the last direction, up and over, return center, and pull the sternum down, incorporating that brace. Feet narrow here, and we'll press those knees over the toes. Extend those hips through. Repeat again, pulling the heels back, encouraging those knees over the toes for, I think, some squats. And then extend the hips. This time, pull down. Pull towards that lunge foot that we're on the balls of the feet now. And can we stand up for one complete repetition and own the balance for a second or two longer? Then heels to the floor, knees over toes. Peel the heels up as we descend in the toe squat, knees to the floor. Extend, little wrist check in here, fingertips down first. Fingertips, callus line, full hand. Pull the shoulders to the hips or a scap depression. And then elevate the shoulders in a shrug. Continue to pull the shoulder blades down and keep them there for the duration of this drill. Elbows are straight with the blood donation facing forward, and press through the floor to that first knuckle push-up, and then accept as you return to the ground. Again, press down to go up. We can modify our position to a push-ups position or modified push-ups position here to add a challenge, but build that wrist strength to go from neutral to extension. Then let's flip the floor away, shake out the wrists a little bit, and then a laterally facing fingers here. Fingers, callus line, full hands. In this case, I'll press to the right to drift my energy left, and then pressing to the left, shooting to the right. And again, repeating, feel the energy into the fingertips, turning them white, and feel the pull and push as you connect with the floor. Return to center, little first knuckle push up, and then flick. From here, warming up our lunge. Do a hip hike perhaps and pull it back down, or that tuck under and then a slight tip away. Find center, and then from here, squeeze that back butt cheek. With that back hip extended, press down on the front, gently encouraging the knee to go over the toe. As Lauren's showing, the head, shoulders, and hips stay in a nice straight line. Stay here, relax the tension. Activate or squeeze the back cheek again. Pull one more time that you might drift a millimeter forward. Then with the back cheek squeezing, push the front foot forward as we scissor these hips back underneath of the shoulders. Relax the tension, and then heel toe a leg to the side, navigating a kettlebell if it's there for you. With the hand facing lateral, take that hand across the chest, and at the head neck, rotate to look over the knee. Then let the upper body follow in a rotation next. Add the hip hinge, place the hand on the floor, loading up so that the shoulder is stacked over the wrist, and then look to the floor with the head and follow with the rib cage or upper body. From here, look up and rotate through the core. One more time, looking down through the head, then rotate through the body. As you press away one last time, let's look up, press through the rib cage, press the floor away, heel toe that leg to center, and bring that back underneath the hip. Switching sides, leg out front. Perhaps a hip hike, a rotation, find ourselves to center as we might do another posterior or anterior tip to get those hips centered. From here, extend the back butt cheek. That's a cramp or a squeeze. Then press down on the front leg, pulling the whole body forward. Feel the hip flexor, but maintain the hip position as to avoid the tailbone tilt to the back. Let's hold our pose, reset hips if we need, and with a back butt cheek squeeze, we'll pull down one more time, encouraging that knee to go towards over the toe. Then press forward through that front leg, keep the back hip extended for strength, and meet in the middle. Relax the tension.
Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
You got it. Got that Zed vibe.
I forgot I was on a microphone.
So then you can go heel to the side, keeping those hips level, the hand lateral across chest. Look towards the knee and let the rib cage follow in the rotation. Hip hinge, hand to the floor, stack shoulder over hand, and then look to the ground, letting the rib cage follow next. Then look to the ceiling with the head neck, opening up through the chest or rib cage, keeping this shoulder screwed into the floor. Then look down, rotate one more, and last time we'll look up, rotate through the body, press through the floor, heel toe to center, and from here, underneath. Let's go hands on the floor, and right now, tip your tailbone to the ceiling. So we have that anterior tip of the hips. Straight arms, press the hips towards the ceiling, and please keep your knees bent if you need, as we can re-tilt that tailbone to the ceiling, and very casual, think straightening, or actually straighten those knees for 4, 3, then soften those knees towards a little bear hover here. Tip your tailbone to the ceiling one more time by pulling those femur heads in, and then reach your buttocks to the sky. Keep your tailbone tip, keep your elbows straight, and then as you can, walk back to your hinge and press your hips through. And then shake. Grab a bell, let's work on some quick 3-point plank positions to check in on that wrist before Lauren takes it to a bottoms up and to further enhance the activation of the core. Standing slightly behind your bell, set up your hip hinge, pinky side of the hand grips near the corner closest to you. Press down on that. Does that feel safe and steady with our 3 bases of support pretty close to the bell? If so, let's keep our shoulder right over top of that bell, and we can address Lauren's bear hover here, or a fully lengthened out planking position. Stay square, build strength and endurance through that arm and grip, and then tiptoe back in. Use your hinge to come back up. Repeat on the other side. The hip hinge, pinky grip near the corner, stack that there's straight lines, and pack shoulders. We're avoiding this rotation shape I'm showing here, so square up shoulders, load up, and as appropriate, tiptoe back. Keeping those shoulders square, core braced, firm grip and straight elbow. Hold for a second or two longer, walk in, and extend. I know Lauren's gonna progress off of that hand position on the bell, so without too much more delay, let's get into those work sets with the bottoms up.
Whoa.
That would have been loud, I'm sorry.
Exciting. Let's set up the same way we just did, but we're gonna swing through and end up in that bottoms up position. So standing slightly behind your bell, use your hip hinge, pushing your hips back. Grip pinky side close to the bell, but not on the corner. Feel that weight shift that we just did with Ian, and then transition back, tipping the bell. The shoulder should remain packed. It's a little swing through, pop upside down, have that other hand ready. Right now, we're just holding that bell in front of us, trying to keep our vertical forearm, our glutes squeezed, our feet rooted into the floor, our abs braced, and we're breathing for 4, 3, 2, keep it tight to the body as you park it. Let's wipe our palms off before we do that on the other side. Same thing, other side.
Belt
Hip
security,
hinge.
keep it in.
Yeah, grip close to that pinky side, push the weight down, feel the stack, then shift back and upside down. Same thing, vertical forearm. Both butts are squeezed, all abs are braced. Breathe underneath all of that and keep holding for 4, 3, 2, through, and park. I always find that first bottoms up a little trickster.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pattern our bottoms up, or pair our bottoms up with some lunges to get ready for a get up today. Let's take a single leg, whichever leg you'd like, and drop it back into a drop back lunge. Right now I want that back toe tucked, square up to the front of your room with your shoulders and your hips. Right now we're gonna slowly descend for 5 seconds. As we descend, push your back hip forward and think your top hip femur coming in. 3, 2, soft landing. Let's stay here for a second and focus on our front foot now. We're gonna, for about 5, push up to that demi point, and then from here, can we get to that full toe point, pointing those front toes, and then back to the demi point. Repeat for about 4 more. Full toe point, back to the demi. Full toe point, back to the demi. As you do this, trying to keep that ankle in line. Last one. And then through the demi point, heel connects. Before you go anywhere, push down with your front leg and down and back on your back leg. So you could hover a centimeter off the floor. Hover for 3, 2, and then drive through that, pressing through to tall. Repeat the same drill on the other leg. Leg steps back. Squared up. Front hip comes in as your back hip pushes forward for 3, 2, soft landing. Revisiting that front foot strength again. Come to that demi point, or the ball of the foot and the toes are down. And then use your toe muscles to get on top of that big toe and demi point. And point and demi point. Think about using all the muscles under the bottom of your feet, those arches, those toes, last one or so, and then heel connects. Just like the other side, drive down and forward and down and back, and let's hover for a second. Then push through that hover to come up together.
Where do you feel that the most?
Which?
That
what?
lunge. That lunge foot on that front on the toe, it's this other hip. For me. What about you?
I just love this one. Makes your feet so strong.
Yeah, I like it.
So learn to like it, because you're gonna do it again, I'm sure.
I love it.
Bottoms up. If it felt good, either stay in that rack position, or let's think about pressing that bell here.
Moving the press.
Use your hinge, grip pack, swing through, pop upside down. Either stay or up, with control up, and with control down, and park. Nice, shake it out. Take a breath, same thing other side. Hinge, grip close to that pinky side, push the weight down, feel the stack first, then upside down. If you're ready, stay or press, pull down with control, guide as needed, and park. Medium on that.
Fell out of the groove at the last one there.
Yeah, it's
Maybe we
tough.
can do that one more time and finesse the groove here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, back to our drop back lunges. Take that single leg back. Let's slowly descend again. So for 5 seconds, back hip comes forward, front hip goes back, keep that back ankle in line. Pause on the ground. Drive down and away to hover and hold for 3, 2, push to a split stance tall. Hold. Repeat again. Slow descent. 5, 4, 3, 2, soft land. Drive down and away, hover. And then this time we'll press up together. Nice. Same thing other side. Step back. Get organized. And then slowly push that back hip forward as the front hip comes in to soft land. We're pushing down and away to hover, hold. And then driving up to that split stance and trying one more time. Squared up, slow descent. Stay on that back toe. Keep the back ankle in line. Soft landing. Come up to a partial hover, hold. Feel that back glute engage and then drive off of it to extend. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go one more bottoms up. If you want to do one more press, you could press again. I personally want to try to take that bottoms up bell, keep it in tight, and practice 1 or 2 squats with it. So you choose.
I'll squat.
Okay, let's stand over. We're just behind our bell. Using the usual setup, push that weight down, and then swing through and upside down. If you're pressing, press. If you're staying here, adjust to your squat stance. Nice control. Pull down, elbow stays in tight, and then up to tall. Maybe one more. Pull down, and up to tall. Keeping the lat engaged and tight to the body. Park the belt with control. Shake it off. Take a second. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Hinge. Grip. Feel that transition. Swing through. Upside down. Ooh. Adjust your stance as needed. 2 squats. Pulling yourself down. Elbow stays in tight. Vertical forearm. Pull. Down. And hook. Through. And park. Nice.
Ooh.
Great.
Hard on those little muscles.
Those little muscles.
Those little muscles.
Let's do one more lunge, working on our overhead range as we do this. So take a single arm, put an imaginary bell in it. Retract your shoulder and engage your lat. From here, slowly groove your press towards your safe overhead. Once you're there, don't lose that overhead position throughout this lunge. Let's take the leg we can touch and drop it back. Nice controlled descent. Overhead arm, ribs to hips, soft landing. We're gonna do the same routine. Little hover, hold, and then press to the split stance. One more time. Overhead position, ribs to hip, core brace, extending that back hip forward. Then hover, hold, press to tall. Engage your lat and pull your bell down. And then toss it. Whew. Sorry, these pipes are growing out of this t-shirt here. Same thing other side. Wrap your imaginary bell, engage the lat to press the bell towards overhead. Once it's in your overhead, pack that shoulder, leg you can touch, drop back lunge for 4, 3, 2, soft landing. Push down and away to hover, hold, and then up to the split. And one last time. Slow controlled descent, 3, 2, soft landing. Last time, hover, and then press through to up. Pull your bell down again, engaging that lat, and park.
A little quick in the back here.
A little quick. All right. We have a simple routine here. Doesn't mean it's easy. This is the routine. We're gonna take a bell that's appropriate for you. We're gonna do one clean this time, and we're gonna press it. And then we're gonna get up all the way down with that bell and all the way back up with it. Pull it down, park it. Do the same thing on the other side. Park it. Then we're gonna do 5 swings on each hand, and then we're gonna do it all again for 5 rounds. It's gonna be a great time. So use this time to get out the appropriate bell.
There you go.
I'm going to be thinking about pyramiding this and doing the first time 1 press to get overhead. The next round 2 presses, and the third round 3, and then 2, 1. We'll see how that goes.
And the swings, at least according to the menu, stay consistent at 5 and 5.
5. So get your bell out that you're going to do a clean, a press, and a get up, down, and up with. Got it?
Yep.
Good. Hinge, grip, pack shoulder. 1 full clean, press it, up, and now we're going down and up. Leg you can touch, drop back lunge. Front foot opens, that rotate and hinge. Stack those shoulders as you sweep to the elbow and pressing away from the elbow to the back. Coming back up, each move independent of each other, taking your time and rotating around that bell. Those lunges. From here, pull that bell down with control, just like we practiced, through and park. Take a second, shake it out. We're doing this because we're spending more time under this load.
Time under tension.
Get even stronger. Same thing, second side. Hinge grip, clean, and press. That leg you can touch is going to do your drop back lunge that we warmed up with. Rotating around that bell. Stacking and sweeping, and keeping that shoulder packed. When you find your back, keep the bell up in that firing range and come back up. Don't forget to use that hip drive. Pressing the floor away, using both legs on the up of this lunge, and then controlling with a vertical forearm to rack and park. Nice. I'll take 3 breaths. And then I'm going to do my first set of 5 single arm swings. It'll be I go, you go. Pick one of us and join us.
Take light rests in between and finish 5 hard style swings here. The timing, the heavy feet, the full body tension. And after 5 quick reps, it's our turn if we were waiting.
All right, team Ian, packing the shoulder, exhaling as those hips snap through, keeping that neutral head throughout your swings, and parking with control. Second side.
Slowing down the breath when you are finished those reps. Breathe in slow and out slower. Control the exhale. And time the exhale that when your hips come through, nice exertion.
All right, team Ian, round 2 here of those swings, completing this first set of this get up, swing, press, complex, whatever you'd like to call it. Take a couple breaths, but not too long, because I like to string this all together. So this is round 2 of 5. My goal here was to go clean, press 1, press 2, then get up all the way down and back up. Join me. Do 1.
That's my goal too here, Lauren.
Whatever feels good for you. Here we go. First side clean. Your number of presses. And then get up, down, and up again. Take your time. Breathing when you need to throughout your get up, but practicing that brace this whole time. Using the hip to extend, stacking the shoulders as we bridge sweep, and extending the hips through. Always finishing with control to the end.
Yeah, control it to the rack and the floor.
And the floor.
And that's a little reminder for myself from that left side coming up here.
Left side, speaking about the other side, here we go. Same number, clean it. Press it. Get down. That leg you can touch is the one that steps back. Stacking, sweeping, elbow, and back. Repeat in reverse order to stand. Pressing, and that back toe is tucked to help you on the up. Pull through.
That's better.
And park. All right. I said 3 breaths.
It's 5 swings again. It's the same shoulder pack. Check in on the hinge stance. Heavy feet, engaged glutes, fired up abs, and that shoulder that remains packed throughout.
Team Ian, 5 swings here. We're swinging to chest height. Out front, retracted shoulder, lat engaged. Same thing, second side.
There's a couple different positions for that off arm. It could end up in that racks position where Lauren's showing, or help track that bell, keep things centered. There's 2 arms out front.
No matter what you choose, try to stay consistent with one of them. Staying square to the front of the room and power from number 1 to 5.
Oh.
Nice, taking a couple breaths.
I was gonna say, we got a couple extra seconds here, don't we?
Do we?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Depends who's making the rules today.
Set 3, round 3. Like I said, I'm gonna try for 3 presses and then the get down and get back up. Clean, press, 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 get down, get up. Pick your number, keep it strong. Here we go. Clean it, press it. And then get down and get back up. As we do our get up, we're rotating or moving around that bell, keeping that shoulder packed the whole time and that overhead position through that lunge. Control right to the end and park. Nice, that was 3. Definitely more time under it, I'd say.
Felt like it.
Yeah.
So much so I thought that was our second side, but I think it was just our first.
It was just our first.
Okay.
So here's the second side. Same number of presses. Clean. And on that final press, keeping it up there. And controlling that get up. Breathing. Take your time. Finish with strength. And control. And park. Nice.
It's high gravity day today, I think.
High gravity.
High gravity.
More than 9.18
meters per second squared.
8.1 or 1.8?
I'm going to say 8.1. 9.81.
9.18? Anyway,
Ooh,
we'll Google that after. 5 swings.
I'll enjoy this rest.
First arm.
I'll enjoy this rest. The bell is floating against gravity. Use your full body tension, that shoulder pack, to time your swing. And okay, here we go. Swing again here.
All right.
No physics lessons.
All right, physicist, 5 swings. The object is in motion and will remain in motion until an external force is applied upon it.
Which is gravity in that case.
Second side.
There's also this action-reaction. You're going to load up with power out the back to extend out the front. Let that kettlebell go behind the buttocks to load up that slingshot for your swing.
Take those breaths in between. That nice strong exhale to slow things down and stay loose. We want that much tension when we're with our kettlebell and the opposite relaxation when it's resting. So we've peaked here. We've hit 3 rounds. We have 2 more to go. I'm going to bring my presses back down to 2s.
Me too.
You too?
Me too.
All right. I'm also going to change it up and start with the other arm.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I can still keep track of our sets. Here we go. A clean. And a press. Or 2. And then that get up. Leave the bell up. Stacking and packing. And back up. Keep that leg heavy as you press into the floor. Both legs, vertical forearm on the down, and park. Did you switch arms too?
Just for you, I did.
Oh.
I was pleasantly surprised too. That left side is my non-dominant. It has been trickier today. When the core is fresher, it went up a little bit easier. Boost that confidence for the next time we try it too.
Fresher.
More fresh. More fresh.
You just learn so many lessons.
9, 10, 11,
Yeah, you can learn so many lessons in this class. All right, same thing, second side. Clean it. Press it. And then we get down. Nice controlled pattern. Each step of the way. Breathing as needed. Press those hips through. And, as usual, control the park. Nice. Breathing.
3 breaths. Take them so slow so it gives us more time.
They're done.
Okay.
All right, first arm.
Nice. So keeping with that off arm here, switching 5 swings and square. Or you can take that punch in those hips. Here we go. Taking your leg off.
It was just hitting me funny.
I feel that too.
5 swings, second arm for Team Ian here. Those hips load up every time. Don't lose that hinge. Push your butt back out the wall on every swing. Second side.
We can have quiet time, or I can get back on the mic and cue Lauren's awesome swing. That kettlebell is ending up below her butt, behind those knees. My turn.
Yeah, enough chit chat, Ian. Round 4 here, finishing up round 4 of our swings. Again, off arm coming through every time. Still playing chicken in those one arm swings, so delaying the hinge until needed. All right, one more set. Or round, whatever you want to call it.
One round here.
This is singles. We're back to 1 press. You? 1 press. I'm going to continue with that non-dominant arm just to spice it up. Here we go. Last time on this side. 1 clean, 1 press, or more, depending on your pattern. 1 more get up on this side. And then this get ups today, which I enjoy on Tuesdays. Both legs and park with control. Nice. Nice finish. Get up number 9. We have 1 more here for number 10. That second side. Here we go. 1 clean. 1 press. And get down. Last get up here as we rotate around that bell. And it should be just as strong and just as smooth as the first get up we did today. Stronger by the end of our workout. And leaving it that we could do 1 more get up if we really had to. Nope. I'm in that camp. All right, but we have 1 last set of swings here. 5 and 5.
Just 5 swings. Set up your routine that's always the same. You want to chop yourself on the hips, pulls the bell, and swings for 5 with abs of steel.
Same thing on that second, same thing for Team Ian here. I set of 5 swings. Shoulder retracted still, abs still brace, hips still extend. All the rules are still applying. Last set.
Slow breaths in between. Powerful exhales to swing. Get that full body tension, full body effort. Power that kettlebell to the floor.
And last set for Team Ian here. Finishing our sets of 5 swings. With control, with power. Nice and park. Great. Let's take a couple breaths to just slow that down. But we have 1 more surprise thing that Ian doesn't know about after this. Take a nice inhale into the belly and exhale, belly falls. Inhale to belly 4. Exhale, belly 4. Inhale, belly 4. Hold, full, 4. And exhale for 4. Again, inhale for 4. Hold full for 4. Exhale for 4. Here's the hard one. Hold empty for 4. And relax. Whew. Nice.
Sound might have been almost a choking sound. Oh, is it squats, Lauren?
No,
Oh, good.
it's not squats. I think we did enough between those lunges and our swings. I thought we'd finish something we don't normally finish with, some push-ups. Some push-ups. So I'm going to do some push-ups, then I'm going to break, and Ian will do some push-ups. If you want to join us, join us. I'm going to aim for about 2 sets of 10, just getting up those muscles to keep my press going. If push-ups are not for you, for whatever reason that may be, maybe you're holding a high plank position for the same length of time, keeping the shoulders packed, the butt squeezed, the core brace. Maybe you're hanging out in your low squat just for something else. Whatever, maybe you should hang out in your low squat while I do my push-ups.
Hang out in this I go, you go, and we'll go from our squat, campfire squat style, to push-up. Up and down. You might not tie your breath to this type of effort if you're going for 10, but use your breath to help you. Keep your core braced, your butt squeezed to facilitate that full body tension. And rest just a second longer, which means that we get a little bit more rest the next time too. But from here, we can walk up to the push.
So if you were doing your push-ups with me, enjoy some squat time here. If you're doing your push-ups with Ian, well, keep doing some push-ups. Remember, you can be from that modified position on your knees. No matter what you're doing, keep your hips up. You're tucked under slightly to keep the core brace, and those lats are engaged. And lastly, that head is staying in line with your spine. No chicken necks around here.
That's what I had to think about that, I think. So here we are again, hanging out in our squat. Buy yourself a little bit of time and finish like you could do it again. Modify those rep counts. Here's Lauren going for 10. The breath, the pop. There we go. Keep it slower there, Lauren. A little slower. A little slower. It's easier when you go fast. There we go. Nice range there. And then team us. Last set as well. Keep those numbers fresh. Finish like you do more.
Nice control push-up. Good. Those lats are engaged like you're juicing your oranges in those armpits. The butts are squeezed. The core is braced. You're breathing as you need to through these push-ups and finishing strong, full rep, but I didn't count. And then controlling the up. Nice. Let's finish with one little quick stretch and then we'll say goodbye. Come on back down, sorry. From here, let's heel toe that foot out to the side and ending up with the full foot on the floor. We'll tilt our tail to the wall behind us and push our hips back. Hands find the floor. Spine is nice and long here. Let's keep that full foot down now and tilt the tail to the ceiling again. And now press the hands forward to shift the hips back. Keep that tailbone tilt, avoid the lumbar round, and then pull on the floor to rock yourself forward. Same thing one more time. Tail tilts to the ceiling, push forward to sink back, and then pull on the floor. From here, let's pivot that leg into external rotation where that inseam's facing forward and the heel is on the floor. Again, re-tilt the tail to the ceiling and then slowly try to press those hips back. Changes how it feels and pull back through center. Last time, tail tilt. Gently try to keep that external rotation as you sit back. That inseam's up and forward. Pull through. Let's press the floor away. Bring that foot around the front and do the same thing on the other side. Foot comes up through center, heel toes out to the side. And first we have that nice flat foot. From here, little tail to the ceiling, push the hips back. Nice long spine, hands find the floor. If the floor is too far away, you could stack up some books or yoga blocks. Push the floor forward, descend the hips back, keeping long, keeping that tailbone tilt, and resist the round. Pull the floor forward, or towards you, sorry, and then press away again. Even as we're doing these stretches, we're feeling how we control and how we move. We're feeling that pull on the floor to move us. Then externally rotate that leg or inseam facing forward. Again, tail to the ceiling. Try to keep that rotation in the leg as you sit back. How does it feel on this side? I say that because it's very different for me here. and pull ourselves through. And one last time, that gentle tail, the inseam forward, the pushing forward to go back, and the pulling towards you to rock through. Heel toe that foot around, and let's say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining us on the Strength and Swings class tonight. I enjoyed that little routine. Simple, not easy, effective, and efficient. It's the name of the game here. Tomorrow morning we have our beginner bell class, and we have some bar and hip mobility on Thursday, so stay tuned to your weekly link letter to check out those links. Thanks for being a member. If you snuck on here and you're not, you should check out our website, barsandbells.com/membership. Help us keep going. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned, stay strong, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.